Hey guys, it's Kaylin with Keeping It Country, and so I have an exciting video for you guys today. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe, like this video, turn your post notifications on so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. But we're gonna have a little buckle banner tour, I guess. I had some people asking for like how many buckles I had, see a buckle collection, banners, all the things. So I thought I would take this video and show you all my buckles, all my banners, like all the signs that are on the walls and stuff in my tack room. Kind of just show you everything. And so that is what today's video is going to be about. Hopefully you enjoy it. Again, like, subscribe, do all the things. It helps me out so much, and it doesn't really cost you. It doesn't cost you anything. It just helps me out. So please do that for me. Let's go ahead and get into this video. So we're gonna start with my first year of ever showing a steer. I got this steer and he was a black mane cross steer, and I named him Ace. I showed 2 hogs before I started showing steers, but like I didn't have them at my property. They stayed at my grandma's house, so I would have to go over there to take care of them. It was just kind of a pain, but then I started showing steers and we did build pens at my house. Not this house, it was a different house. But his name was Ace. I really liked that steer. It was my first year, so like I wasn't as involved in it as I am now. Like I didn't go to prospect shows or anything like that. But I did have a great year. I don't remember too much about it except for that the steer was nice. He was really, really fat. He was really finished. I am going to put some videos in of every steer that I talk about, every animal I talk about, just so that y'all can like see what they look like. I might put some videos in from the show, all that stuff. Do not judge my showmanship skills when I first started, because I go back and watch those videos and it was atrocious. Like, it was bad. So I am going to put some videos in there for you guys to see. But here are some videos of me and Ace in the show ring and kind of just some things I can find. So hopefully you enjoy them.
Gets him any fatter, he's gonna pop like a tick. I'm just gonna let you know. Good steer right here. Let's get him started. How on your reserve grand champion. $3. $3 time to go. Three time to go. Now half. 3.5 time to go. 3.5 time to go.
So yes, Ace was a good steer. Loved him. He did win me reserve grand champion steer, and so that was my first time ever winning a buckle. And I'll never forget that. It was such like a good time. I remember like not expecting it because I just kind of wanted to go in there and do the best I could. But like I really wasn't expecting anything. It was my first time ever in the ring. And again, my showmanship skills, not the best. They have improved a lot. But anyway, we went in there, sold him. I worked with that steer, but like wasn't out there working with them like every single day for hours in the barn like I am like with my steers I just sold. So I did miss him. It was kind of a hard goodbye, being my first goodbye, but it was good. A nice steer. I don't really have anything I did not like about that steer. So here is the buckle that I won with my steer Ace. It was in 2018 at my county show, and I got reserve grand champion steer. My cousin actually got grand, so my cousin beat me. It was his second year showing, I think. And he got first pick. Like, we bought our steers from the same person. So he got first pick, and then I got second pick. But, again, I wear this buckle a lot. I feel like this one will always mean to me, again, because it was the first one that I had ever won. So, this one, I do have my buckle display that I will show you later on in this video. But, here it is. So next, I showed a steer the next year named Wayman. and he was a twin. I bought him from a different person than I did this steer before, Ace. He was really small. He was kind of a pain the whole year, did not want to eat. Just really hard to put weight on. But he did end up winning me Reserve Grand Champion steer as well. So that was my 2019. So let me grab that buckle. So here it is, 2019 same county show Reserve Grand Champion. It's the same looking buckle except for this one has like blue gems on it, diamonds, whatever you want to call them, and the other one had red. But I don't really remember much about that steer at all except for that he was a pain the whole time, had trouble eating and like converting, but I'm pretty sure he was sweet.
Yeah, 1,070 pounds. 1,070 pounds. Good looking steer right here. Set him up right there for us. Here we go. $3. $3 time to go. $3 bills to go. $3. Reserve Grand Champion. $3 bill time to go. 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 $3. I got 3 over here.
Okay, so that same year that I showed Wayman, I also showed a heifer. Her name was Dakota May. I absolutely love this heifer. We bought 3 show cows and one of the cows had a calf. And we named her Dakota May, raised her up, and I showed her. So 2019, my county fairs Grand Champion heifer buckle. This is my first time ever winning Grand Champion. I don't know. I just always loved that heifer. She had such bright future ahead of her. She was so beautiful. Like, I wish I had that heifer still. She did end up passing away. I really don't remember what happened to her, but she did pass away. And that was really hard just because she was so pretty and I loved her so much. But she did win me a Grand Champion buckle. The first show she ever went to, she won. So I feel like that was pretty cool. So the next year I showed a steer. His name was Bingo. He was really, really pretty. Like, I love this steer so much. Like, looking back, he was just so good. My brother won Grand Champion that year with his steer. And, like, just in my personal opinion, I really thought I was going to win Reserve. I thought my steer looked better than the one that won Reserve that year. But, again, it's a judge's opinion. It's one person's opinion. You can't change it. So I did not win Grand or Reserve that year, but I did win Showmanship. So this buckle, 2020 intermediate steer Showmanship. So I guess this is the year that my Showmanship started improving because this was my first time winning a buckle for Showmanship, which, again, all my buckles mean a lot to me, but I feel like this one means a lot to me as well because it was my first time winning, like, Showmanship. So we started improving, I guess, this year. So I guess 2021 was a bad year because I did not win a buckle that year. That is the only year I have not won a buckle. I remember my steer that year, his name was Frost. I did not like that steer at all. Like, I could not stand him. To be honest, I did not work with him, like, on Showmanship, except for when my parents made me, because I remember he tried to catch me a couple times, and, like, I just did not like that steer at all. So I did not win the Grand Champion Reserve or anything in Showmanship with him. The next buckle I have is this one, and it's my 2022 Senior Showmanship buckle. I showed a steer named Maverick, and he is one of my top 3 favorite steers. I would say he's my 3rd favorite steer I have ever shown. The most gentle steer, I want to say ever, because all the ones in the top 3 were super gentle. I could run out to him in the pasture and jump on his back and he would not move. Like, he was incredibly tame. I loved this steer. He also was very pretty. I remember thinking I was gonna either get Grand Reserve that year, but I did not. But I did win Showmanship with him, and it was my first time, I think, ever in senior Showmanship. Next, I have my 2023 buckle, and this was for a different county fair that I had. I stopped showing at that county fair with steers for a couple years, and I started showing at this one. So this was my 2023 Reserve Grand Champion heifer buckle. So for those of y'all that don't know Cypress, she is sassy, psycho, whatever you want to call her. She would behave perfectly at the house, and you would get to a show, and she wouldn't like stand still. She wouldn't set up. She had that BDR in her, which is her dad, and he's known for having like his offspring having attitude problems. So she was fun to show, but she did win me Reserve Grand Champion heifer. So this is also my 2023 buckle. I got senior showmanship with my steer Rusty. Rusty was an amazing steer. He was my favorite until this year's steer Conway, but Rusty is my second favorite steer that I have ever shown. He won me this buckle for senior showmanship. He was gorgeous. Like, looking back, I just looked at videos of him, I think like yesterday, and he looked so good. Like, he was so pretty. He didn't win Grand Reserve, which still till this day shocks me. Like, I can't believe he didn't place. But he was so pretty, and I love that steer. But he won me senior showmanship, and again, just a great steer. So I did get banners in 2023 and 2024, and I think I got one in 2022 as well. I'll show you banners later on and tell you which steers I won or which animals I won them with, but all my buckles are inside, so I'm going to show you all the buckles, and then we'll move back out to the barn and show you the banners and all that stuff. But next we have this buckle, and this one was for my 2024 Reserve Grand Champion steer. I had a steer named Rocky. The reason his name was Rocky is because when I first got him, he would not like tame down. He was kind of crazy, or he wasn't really terrible, but like he always tripped you. Like, he would walk right up behind you and get like your feet twisted up and trip you, and then like run away and drag you. He figured out how he could trip you and then try to drag you, but he was kind of dumb, and we had a little bit of a rocky start, so I did name him Rocky. He ended up looking very good. I liked the way that he looked, and he won me Reserve Grand Champion steer. That same year with Rocky, I got Grand Champion Senior Showmanship 2024. Rocky was a good showmanship. Like, at the end, he was tame, he was sweet. It was just at the beginning where we had our little rocky start, but he ended up doing so good in showmanship, and we won. So in 2024, I showed my heifer Willow, and for those of y'all that do not know Willow, she's my favorite heifer. She is amazing. I could list 100 reasons why I love this heifer, but she was always so good at showmanship. She walked in the ring, knew what she was doing, enjoyed every second that she was in the ring, and she went in the ring and won me Grand Champion Senior Showmanship in the heifer division that year for 2024. She also won Reserve Grand Champion heifer, I believe, but I did not get a buckle for that, but I did get a banner. In 2024, I also got Grand Champion Senior Showmanship with Willow at the South Florida Fair. And one of my goals that I had before I graduated is I wanted to win a buckle at the South Florida Fair, and I did that, and it was a really good moment in my like show career that I enjoyed so much. So in 2024, I showed my first ever bull. I had never shown a bull before, but I went in there and showed him, and I ended up getting Grand Champion Bull at my county show, and he looked good. He was young, he was very green, but he had a lot of potential, but we ended up winning Grand Champion Bull. And we also won Grand Champion Heifer that same year with Willow. And I also won, I don't know if you can see, I'll show it to you in just a second, but the buckle I'm wearing, I won with Willow for Showmanship in 2024. So I had a great year at my county fair in 2024. So here is the buckle that I won with Willow in 2024. This one is super cool. I don't know. It's smaller and it's just kind of more like my everyday buckle. So I did forget a buckle from 2023, so let's go back. In 2023, I went to a prospect show. I don't remember where it was at, but it was called the Ag Fest prospect show. So I did win senior showmanship with Willow at the Ag Fest prospect show. And this was my first buckle from a prospect show. So again, it was kind of cool to win. I really was not expecting to win, but I did because Willow was awesome and did exactly what she was supposed to do. So now we're going to move on to my 2025 buckles. So for 2025, I won Grand Champion Senior Showmanship with Willow. I won Grand Champion Cow Calf with Willow and Tubby. I won Reserve Grand Champion Heifer with Cedar. I won Grand Champion Senior Showmanship with my steer. I won Grand Champion Senior Showmanship with my steer. And this steer was Cash, and I'm sure if y'all have been watching my videos, y'all remember him. He was kind of a pain the whole year I had him. I don't know. Like, at the end, I did like him. I actually really liked him towards the end. But during the year taking care of him, could not stand the steer. I was like, cannot wait to get rid of him, you know, all the things. But now that he's gone, I miss him so much. But he did win me Grand Champion Steer and Senior Showmanship. So I won Reserve Grand Champion Heifer with Cedar at the Gulf Coast Youth Livestock Show. And this was for 2025. At that same show, I won Grand Champion Steer with my steer Conway. And I could tell you so many things about Conway. I absolutely love this steer. My favorite steer I have ever shown. I miss him every single day, and I would do anything to get him back. I miss him every single day. But I also love this buckle. I would say this is one of my favorite ones looks-wise. But I wear this one a lot, and this one really means a lot to me because it was my first time ever winning Grand Champion with a steer. Because this show came before the buckle I showed you before, so technically I won this one first, and I won Grand Champion with a steer for the first time at this show. And then this is my Grand Champion Senior Showmanship buckle for Conway, so we won Grand Champion Steer and Grand Champion Showmanship. So those are all the buckles that I have. So we're going to move out to the barn. Okay, so we are back in the barn. So let's go over the banners and like kind of a little tack room tour, I guess. So this banner is the first banner I've ever gotten. It's for my 2022 Senior Showmanship with a steer that I had named Bentley. He was a Charolais calf that came out of my dad's cow and my grandpa's bull, so he was like bred, born, and raised calf that we had. So we won 3rd overall Senior Showmanship with him. 2023, I won senior showmanship, and that was with my steer Rusty. And then I won reserve grand champion heifer, which was with my heifer Cypress. In 2023, I also went to the Clewiston Prospect Show, and I got reserve grand champion senior beef showmanship, which was with Willow. I got 3rd overall AOB heifer, which was with Willow. And then I got 3rd overall American steer, which was with a steer that I had named Apollo. And he was a really good steer, but he went and showed at the South Florida Fair, and he did not place over there. He did get 5th overall showmanship at the South Florida Fair. And then in 2024, I got senior showmanship with both my steer and my heifer. And then I got reserve grand champion with both my steer and my heifer. In 2024, I got 5th overall senior showmanship with my steer Conway. In 2024, I got reserve grand champion heifer with my heifer Cedar. And then I got 3rd overall AOB steer at the Clewiston Prospect Show, and that was with Conway. Here is my class of 2025 banner. They just gave this to me, and it just has my future plans on it, how long I've been showing, and my name and stuff. I got this 3rd overall AOB heifer banner from a prospect show with Willow. I got this senior showmanship, reserve senior showmanship banner for my steer Waylon, and that was for this year. And I've also got my reserve grand champion heifer banner for this year at one of my county shows. This is a banner that my mom got made for me. That's just my senior class of 2025 banner with all my different steers on it. Has my social medias on there. And she surprised me with that, and I love that sign. So all of these signs hanging up are signs that my mom made for me with all my different steers. I did not do one with my 2018 or 2019 steer. We started in 2020. So I don't have one for every single steer I have shown, but for the most part, every steer has a sign that my mom made for them. I just like to do it because it helps me remember the steers and just makes my barn, I feel like, look cool with all their signs hanging up. So those are all my buckles and banners and signs and all that stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know I did. If y'all have any questions or any video ideas, whatever, put in the comments, subscribe, like this video, turn on your post notifications. I really hope that if y'all show cows, I hope y'all are very successful in it, and I hope y'all enjoy it. I cannot show at county shows anymore, but I can still show at prospect shows. I'm going to show heifers at prospect shows in the future, but my county fair career has come to an end, and it is super sad. I love it, and I will miss it so much, but I hope that for those of y'all that show, put in as much effort as you can young, because once you get graduated and you can't show no more, you will miss it. So I hope that y'all have a great career at showing, and hopefully you like this video, like, subscribe, all the things, and I will see y'all guys on the next one. And remember, whatever you do, keep it country.